Warmer, sunnier days are calling. Fuel up for them with Factor's no prep, no mess meals. Meet your wellness goals in time for summer thanks to the menu of chef-crafted meals with options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are dietitian approved and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. So no matter how busy you are, you'll always have time to enjoy nutritious, great tasting meals. Make today the day you kickstart a new healthy routine. With 35 different meals and more than 60 add-ons to choose from every week, you'll always have new flavors to explore. Crush your wellness goals this July with dietitian-approved meals and ingredients that you can trust. Mi favorito is a Parmesan sun-dried tomato chicken pasta recipe with green beans and onions. It's so yummy and packed with protein. Head to factormeals.com/PNS50 and use code PNS50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. That's code PNS50 at factormeals.com/PNS to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active.
Being an adult has its high points, like you can eat ice cream for dinner anytime or going to bed whenever you want. But it's not all fun. You also have to do your taxes and figure out what's for dinner every freaking night and make doctor's appointments. And for that one, there is ZocDoc, the healthcare app that makes adulting that much easier. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors, choose the right one for your needs, and click to instantly book an appointment. We're talking about in-network appointments with more than 100,000 healthcare providers across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, eye care to skincare, and much more. You can filter for doctors who take your insurance, who are located nearby, who are a good fit for any medical need you may have, and who are highly rated by verified patients. Plus, ZocDoc appointments happen fast, typically within 24 to 72 hours of booking. You can even score same-day appointments. I like ZocDoc because I can see different doctors' actual appointment openings and choose the time that works best for me. So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/prettynotsmart. Find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/prettynotsmart. ZocDoc.com/prettynotsmart.
Welcome back to another episode of Pretty Not Smart with your host, Louie, aka the baddest perra.
And Yoatzi.
Should I say the baddest piojuda?
You?
Because of my last story.
You are the baddest piojudo.
F them. I posted a picture on Instagram. And then somebody was like, yes, the baddest piojudo. I was like,
he's all giant piojo. He's like,
no, I was just like cracking up because I was like, the people who don't listen to Pretty Not Smart are probably like, piojudo.
They don't get it.
They probably think I have piojos now.
He doesn't.
Because of
it's
you
pubes.
guys. And like, ew, you're
that's
gross.
crabs.
You would know.
That's what it's called.
I was just like, oh, you made me lose my train of thought.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it had hella likes. So then I was like, I hope everyone that liked it like listens to Pretty Not Smart and gets it.
Other people that don't listen to Pretty Not Smart just like, he has piojos, like.
And that's why they're staying away from me. We were on a family trip and I saw people running away from me. They're like,
now the piojos are just like jumping off your head.
I took the piojos to Hawaii.
I
was like, buy one, get one free. Yeah, just kidding. But all right, you guys, welcome back for another episode. We are going to start off with Yoatzi's stupid ass motherfucking fact of the motherfucking day that we don't want to motherfucking listen to. My fun fact is I'm dumb.
I tired.
Drink your fucking coffee.
I'm still in Hawaii.
Qué bueno.
I'm still in Hawaii.
Come back, maybe?
I want to live there.
Well, before we talk about that, actually, so Yoatzi told me why she's so tired today.
Why?
So yesterday, when we were leaving the airport.
I hate LAX.
Oh, my God, you guys. So we just came back from a trip.
Stupid.
From Hawaii with our whole family. And, oh, my God. Okay, so originally when we looked at flights, the flights were so much cheaper and we were flying from an airport nearby. And it was super cheap. It was not super early and not super late where we were going to get to Hawaii at a perfect time. And we were like, oh my God, these flights are perfect.
Yeah.
We were going to book them, but then we waited because we wanted to make sure everyone's schedule was like perfect. And then the next day when I was going to book it, Yoatzi had fucking baddies with babies event. No, just kidding. She just went
like, what?
She just went with her mom friends to go like do like mimosas and shit. So I knew Yoatzi was gonna be a little like
borracha vibes
all day.
Very borracha vibes.
So I was like, maybe I shouldn't book the flights with Yoatzi being a little borracha vibes because I wanted to make sure, you know, the prices were good and everything.
Yeah.
So I was like, we'll just book it the next day. So long story short, we waited 2 days. Meh.
Worst mistake ever.
In 2 days, the fucking flights doubled in price.
It was so stupid,
like,
you guys.
And when I say double, I don't mean like, oh, Q went from like 100 to 200. No, I mean like a fucking arm and a leg.
It was so stupid.
And I was like, oh my, we were pissed. And like everything was already perfectly aligned. So it was just so frustrating. So we had to resort to going to LAX.
To get like a little bit cheaper flights.
And that had me stressed. Like it was, we were basically paying the price that we were going to originally pay, but from LAX. And the ones that we wanted were super expensive. But I was telling Yoatzi, I was like, can we please pay for them? She was like, no, because she had a good point. She's like, let's just waste that money in Hawaii with like our family.
Yeah.
But like, I hate LAX so much that I was willing to pay that price because I did not want to go there. So we ended up flying out of LAX. We left our fucking house at like 3 a.m. Whatever. It was a fucking horror story to get there. And to leave, we had some of our friends pick us up. And I know, like, going to LAX, it doesn't fucking matter if you're going hella early or if you're going hella fucking late. There's always fucking traffic there.
Why, dude? It doesn't make any sense to me.
I think it's because it's, like, the biggest airport in Cali. Because remember when our tia used to fly from into California from Mexico, she would fly to LAX and still drive all the way to Watsonville.
Really?
Remember que la recogía una otra tía de nosotros and she would drive her?
Sí,
so I think just overall, LAX has like the cheapest flights if you're coming into California. So I think that's why it's and that's why I think every time, because there's people coming from different time zones at all fucking times into LAX.
Oh my gosh.
But basically, one of Alex's friends were like doing us the favor to like pick us up because also Uber from LAX is the most expensive, stupidest shit.
Literally.
I've gotten Ubers multiple times from LAX to my house, which is only like about an hour drive, for $300.
Ew, shut up.
For a fucking Uber. Multiple times. It's been like 250, 300. And at that point, I'm like, well, nobody can pick me up.
No, dude. And then
home.
Louie was just telling us, I remember this from the last time I flew there. To get to the pickup zone for Ubers, it's a fucking mission in itself. Like, you get off your plane, you have to walk 1,000 miles, get in a shuttle to drive you 3 hours. Drive you, like, I don't know how fucking long to get to Uber pickup and then wait for your Uber. Like, it's a mission.
The worst part about going to Uber pickup is the fucking shuttle. Because they don't come as often as they used to. So it's one little shuttle and it's hella people who are getting out from baggage claim to go into that fucking shuttle. And dude, I swear to you guys, it's like a war getting in there because nobody wants to wait for the next one. And I struggle when it's just me to like try to get in there. And then you still have to put your fucking luggage like in this little like section. And everybody's like, whoa, whoa. It's like a war. Everyone, whoever can get there the fastest. Yet almost ocho with like fucking 10 luggages. So I was like, I am not even going to try to get in that because we were bound to get split up. I know I'm making it sound like dramatic as fuck, you guys, but it really is a fucking mission. But anyways, Alex's friends were going to pick us up and they ended up getting stuck in traffic because
there was an accident or something in the road.
There's not an accident, my love. There's just 3 entrances to that airport. If you go through the one wrong entrance, you are stuck there for like an hour.
Oh my gosh.
That's happened to me once and I almost missed my flight. And one of Alex's friends went through that wrong entrance and the other one went through like the right one. So he got up there like fucking an hour before the other one got there because of that wrong exit. You actually have to wait there until he got there.
At the end, me and Alex ended up walking to him because he wasn't moving. So we're like, you know what? Let's just walk to him. So there we go with all our luggages, Ella, the stroller. Yeah. Thankfully, my mom took Travis, so that was very helpful. I just had to focus on baby girl, but we walked. We didn't walk that long, but
it was like a mile.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
Right. Yeah, it was just from terminal to terminal to terminal.
Yeah.
And then after when he got us, he was able to take like a little turn and exit
just
to
get
not go
out.
through the entire traffic.
You guys, and it's fucking stupid because that little exit, the wrong exit that he took, I swear to you guys, it's like 0.2, maybe 0.1 miles from like the terminals, and it takes you literally an hour just to get out of that.
It's so stupid.
And even when you're in the terminals, you'll be right there, and it's still like the other Alex's friend that picked us up, he was on the terminals, and it took him 20 minutes just to get from terminal 1 to terminal 4.
Oh,
and I was like,
God. I hate LAX.
But
yesterday I was like, this is why I never travel LAX. I was so mad.
And luego de por sí, like, it was just we spent a whole day just to like get home,
literally,
and then still having to wait for all that, and then still an other hour. I know it's like fucking sounds like a dumbass reason to be bitching because like, you know, we went on a little trip, but like, it's just you want to get home at the end of all that shit.
Yeah, like
and I was
after your beautiful vacation, you just want to make it home, and
you come back to reality,
and you're like, damn it, like it just smacked us into reality. It's like, vacation's over, babe.
I think the worst part for me though was just knowing that in the back of my head, if we would have just hurried the fuck up and gotten the flights in that moment, we would have avoided all that shit, paid like cheaper, and just been home in like fucking 15 minutes.
So this is your sign that if you're gonna book a vacation, book it ahead of time so you can save yourself some money.
Or just, well, obviously book it ahead of time, but book it as soon as you like first check the flights.
Yeah, like if you see the prices are good, buy it.
Porque también the second time we were looking at the flights when we were about to buy them, I think at like 10 p.m., I don't know if you remember, it refreshed and it added another like $25 to each. And I was like, are you fucking, like as we were
looking, like it stopped, it like kind of just shut down for a little bit.
And refreshed.
It refreshed, and then it was like, wait, did it go up again?
And I was like, you're fucking kidding. Like literally at fucking 10 p.m., not even at 12.
It's so stupid, you guys.
And $25 is not a lot, but when you're buying 8 flights.
It's a lot. That was lunch.
Literally. But sorry, that was our little rant. But that's what Yoatzi says she's tired because she got home hella late and then had to wake up for penis.
Yeah, I had to wake up for penis. Pretty nice, man.
Warmer, sunnier days are calling. Fuel up for them with Factor's no prep, no mess meals. Meet your wellness goals in time for summer thanks to the menu of chef-crafted meals with options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are dietitian approved and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. So no matter how busy you are, you'll always have time to enjoy nutritious, great tasting meals. Make today the day you kickstart a new healthy routine. With 35 different meals and more than 60 add-ons to choose from every week, you'll always have new flavors to explore. Crush your wellness goals this July with dietitian approved meals and ingredients that you can trust. Mi favorito is a Parmesan sun-dried tomato chicken pasta recipe with green beans and onions. It's so yummy and packed with protein. Head to factormeals.com/PNS50 and use code PNS50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. That's code PNS50 at factormeals.com/PNS to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active.
Being an adult has its high points, like you can eat ice cream for dinner anytime or going to bed whenever you want. But it's not all fun. You also have to do your taxes and figure out what's for dinner every freaking night and make doctor's appointments. And for that one, there is ZocDoc, the healthcare app that makes adulting that much easier. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors, choose the right one for your needs, and click to instantly book an appointment. We're talking about in-network appointments with more than 100,000 healthcare providers across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, eye care to skincare, and much more. You can filter for doctors who take your insurance, who are located nearby, who are a good fit for any medical need you may have, and who are highly rated by verified patients. Plus, ZocDoc appointments happen fast, typically within 24 to 72 hours of booking. You can even score same-day appointments. I like ZocDoc because I can see different doctors' actual appointment openings and choose a time that works best for me. So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/prettynotsmart. Find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/prettynotsmart. ZocDoc.com/pretty-not-smart. ZocDoc.com/pretty-not-smart.
Anyways, did you know that some people crave
Dick.
dirt,
Ew, what?
clay,
Oh, yeah, I know about clay.
and chalk and other weird substances?
Wait, clay like what you build shit with or like that dry clay?
Either one, babes. Clay.
Ew, salty.
But okay, you know that because your sister does.
And my
clay
mama.
chalk. I know, dude. Okay, so in case you didn't know, there's weird ass people like me that crave weird shit like chalk. But to me, I will tell you guys about how I'm going to go into the story about when I first discovered chalk was fucking delicious.
The first. Because I know you've talked about what you used to do in elementary school.
Okay, so the very first time I was in elementary school, I remember this so vividly. I was in first grade. Dude, how the fuck do I remember all these stories?
Cosa.
I was in first grade, and back then we had chalkboards. There was no such thing as whiteboards yet.
Or smart boards.
Especially smart boards, especially in my school because we were poor. And my friends were like, I dare you and the teacher's not looking to grab the chalk and eat it.
Oh, wait, so it wasn't like a crave of yours that you were like, oh, let me.
Somebody dared me, and I was like, oh, and they're like, you have to eat it. And it was a white one, I remember. And I was like, no. And they're like, do it. Or like, you're a chicken. And I was like, oh, I don't want to be a chicken. So I grabbed the chalk, and I remember we ran to like the little kids' closet. I don't know if you remember, there was closets where we hung our backpacks. Well,
yes,
at least yeah. We went into the backpack closet, and we were in there, and we're like, and they were like, eat the chalk, eat it. And I was like, I ate it. And everyone was like, gross. And I was like, wow. But I was like, wait, why is this kind of scrumptious?
Ew, me when I tried dick for the first time. I was just kidding.
You're like,
Yeah, I know, thought I was going to hate it.
No, I was literally like, I was crunching on it, and I was like, wait, that was kind of good. And then when everyone left because they got over it, and I was like, and I ended up eating the whole chalk, and I was like, oh my God. And I was like, that was so yummy.
Ew, me está dando cosas in my teeth. Like, I want to rip them out.
It was so crunchy. I'm craving it right now. I'm like, And then after that, all the time I would tell my friends, I was like, you dare me to eat chalk again? Just so I had an excuse
so nobody would look at you weird.
Just so I had an excuse to eat and be like, yeah. So I was like stealing the teacher's chalk. And then after that, just here and there, every time I would see chalk, I'd be like, I'd always bite it and I'd eat it. And then as I got older, the craving just kind of suppressed and it stopped. But when I got pregnant with Travis and Ella, dude, the chalk craving got so intense. Like during my pregnancies, that's all I crave is like chalk.
I remember you fucking bought some from like Etsy.
Oh, well, let me get into that. But with Travis, I didn't know there was such thing as edible chalk. So with Travis, I would just go to Target and buy the little Crayola chalk packs, and I'd be like, and I'd be munching on it, dude.
I'd go to her house and I'd find like a half bitten one.
I was like, now I would have all powder mouth. Did you just eat chalk? I was like, no.
She's like, give me a pat.
But then with Ella, I started getting the craving again, and it was like really, really bad. It's like when you have pregnancy cravings, I feel like you can't function until you have your craving. Yeah. Like you need it to survive. And Alex was like, I can't have you eating chalk while you're pregnant with my kid. Like that's awful. And I was like, it is awful. So we started doing research, and we found edible chalk, and they sell it on Amazon for people who just have this like craving. So he bought me like packs of chalk, and then there's videos. Maybe he'll post a video. He has videos of me where I would go hide in my corner and be just like munching on chalk while I was pregnant.
Put him on Pretty Not Smart Instagram.
Put it on Pretty Not Smart Instagram after this. But dude, it was like really, really bad, and it just tastes like dry dirt almost. It's oh my God, it's so delicious. But have you seen those people that on TikTok that eat this crunchy substance, cornstarch?
Oh, that se me antoja. I want to try.
It's like the same thing. You see how powdery it is? It's the same thing almost.
Really?
Yes. So I'm just, it's super good. But anyway, that is called pica.
Pica pica.
It's literally called it's literally called pica or pica. But that's what it's called when people just crave this. And there's like no known cause, but sometimes they link it to calcium deficiencies.
That's what I was going to say.
Like you're calcium deficient or iron deficient.
Huh.
But for me, it's just like during my pregnancies, it goes fucking crazy. And I just want to be
My mom, too, she eats the little cantaritos.
Oh, yeah. My mom has it too. She eats cantaritos, like where they make the palomas. And she'll like save them. She'll be like, but it's like the same thing. It's like clay, like mud, dirt, like all of that stuff. So, yeah, we like chalk and dirt.
Not me.
I
don't
know.
Eat that. Sí se me antoja the cornstarch because I want that feeling of like dryness. But thinking about like chalk, and I've tried it, like even the cantarito, because I told my mom, I was like, what does it taste like? And like, she's like, como tierrita, but she likes it a little bit like wet, and then she'll like bite it. And I'm like, ooh.
I don't know. And there's a lot of people that I know that like the cantaritos, that like to eat them. I don't know why. But I just remember there's actually a YouTube video that I filmed with Louie trying on his channel where, remember I made you try my pregnancy cravings when I was pregnant with Ella?
Oh, yeah.
And I made him try the chalk.
That's right.
And he was like, whoa. I think it was the edible chalk too.
Me da cosa, you guys, like it makes me want to like grin my teeth. Like my jaw's hurting because of how much I've been grinning while you're telling that story. I swear, I was just like,
my mouth's all watering. I'm all drooling. I'm like,
oh, my jaw hurt.
But that was my fun fact of the day.
So if you eat cantaritos, let us know in the comment section below.
Yeah, and you have pica. You've been diagnosed with pica.
Pica, pica.
Pica, pica.
Okay, I have a little bit of chisme.
Oh, more.
So I think
I'm pregnant.
the Yoatzi's told me about like a little couple at the gym before.
A couple at the gym.
And I think
we're going to talk about them.
Not in detail. I don't want to say their names because knowing Yoatzi, she'll fucking say their names on Instagram.
I don't know their names.
But if you did, you would. I think I finally encountered them today.
Today?
I would tell them the story of what you've observed.
Okay. So this is weird. Okay. So me and Alex go most of the time together. And this has never, ever happened to me, but I can safely say that I'm a gym girly now because I live and breathe gym 24/7. And there's this couple at the gym that I noticed at first. The first time I noticed them, the girl would not stop staring at me. Mm-hmm. She just kept staring at me. And I was just like, well, I'm not even buff. Don't look at me. I'm like, why is she looking at me? But she kept looking at me, and then she like would work out next to me, and I would be doing like doing my arms. I'd be doing like shoulder press or something, and then she tries to like outdo me, I guess. Like she'll get next to me and like kind of look at me, and then she'll grab the weights and be like, oh, like I can do it better. And I'm just like, well, I'm not trying to compete with you, babe. Like I'm just here doing my own thing. But you can tell because she just like keeps looking at me, glancing at me. And I thought it was just me, though, as always. So I kept it to myself. And then another time, me and Alex go work out together. And coincidentally, that same couple is right next to us in the squat rack. Mm-hmm. And the guy is so loud. He like, it's always like a girl and a guy. Uh-huh. And the guy, he has his weights and he throws them and he's loud and rowdy. And I feel like he just loves getting attention because he's like a buff dude.
Well, the girl too.
The girl's pretty fit too. Yeah. I feel like they just love attention and people looking at him. So they're really loud. They're really rowdy. And me and Alex are just like, oh my God. And you could tell that they're like, oh, like just we're bad and we're buff and like all this shit. And then after Alex told me, he's like, dude, that couple's so weird. And I was like, oh, and I was like, you sense the vibe too? And I was like, why do I feel like they're trying to like scare us away or like they're trying to show up or something? And I was like, I'm just there to like better myself. Yeah. But after that, me and Alex noticed that every time we go, they do the same thing. Very loud, very rowdy. They're just staring at us and they're just like, oh, like I kind of feel like they want to feel like they're the biggest and the baddest of the gym. And I'm just like, babe, it's okay. Like nadie está compitiendo contigo, mi amor. But those are the vibes.
So for me, okay, so I remember when Yoatzi told me this story. Because I just signed up to their gym like not too long ago, and they're like telling me like the vibes and everything, and then they'll tell me like what they've like noticed with like certain people or whatever.
Yeah, we'll tell them little stories.
So I remember she told me that story, and I thought I had encountered them in the past, but then once she explained them, I was like, oh no, I don't think so. And I think today I finally encountered them, so I'm gonna try to describe them to see if it is the same people.
Oh my God, okay.
But I think it is because based off the story she just told me again, that's kind of what I experienced today.
Okay.
So I think the girl's like Latina, right? Okay. And the guy's like a pelon.
Yeah.
Right?
He is Mr. Clean, dude. Está bien pinche pelón. Yeah, it's un pelón.
And I feel like, okay, so I was working out at the squat rack today.
And I feel like they're always in the fucking squat rack.
And I remember the stories you've told me in the past was in the squat rack. So then I was like, is this them? But this is the first time. But I didn't. Okay, so I was working out on the squat rack or whatever. And then I go work out on the like leg extension machine, leg press. So I estoy, and then that's when like I noticed them. And I noticed them because they look good. Like the girl has like abs, right? And I was like, okay.
I see you.
Yeah, because so like I saw her and then I was like, oh wow, like she's really fit. And then I see the guy también, he's like super like fit. So whatever, I just like glanced at them. I was like, okay, cute. So I'm working out, I'm doing my shit, and I'm just like
the little legs.
But I was just like sitting down doing like my workout, and I finally like get up to like add a weight to it. And I think that's when they probably like noticed me or whatever.
Saw your fat ass.
Bitch.
Your big old butt.
No, I think that's like when they like noticed me. And after that, when I was putting on the weights on the thing, the guy was just staring at me the whole time. Like it was just like dead serious look.
Miran,
And then that's when it clicked. I was like, wait, is this like the couple Yoatzi was telling me about? Because I didn't notice them to be like, oh, that's the people Yoatzi was saying. No, I was just like doing my own thing, and I just noticed them because they looked really good. And then after, when he started staring at me, at first thing that came to my head, I was like, is this dude staring at me? And then second, like I made eye contact, and that's when he was like no me quitó la vista. And then that's when I was like, pelón. And I was like, that's him. And then the girl started staring at me.
Oh
so
my
then
God.
I was like, okay. So immediately I just kind of get like a little like small.
Dude,
because I mean, they are a little intimidating because they look really fit. And then as I'm putting on like my weights, like I can see them through like the mirror. So I'm not looking directly at them, but I can see them through the mirror that they're both looking at me. So I was like, okay. Getting a little like, so I put my weights on, whatever. As I'm working out, I put my phone down so that I can record. And like, so like it's right behind where they're sitting. So like they had one of like those little cushion, do you know what I'm talking about? By like the squat rack.
Oh, the
little
boxes.
Yeah. So they put it like right behind me, and they were like sitting there when they would like rest. But I put my phone like
on the box,
not on it, but I put my water bottle and then my phone.
Okay.
So that I could record myself. Before I started recording, like I couldn't like hear them, and I have my music like really loud, you guys. And I'm like doing like my set, and all I hear is,
oh my God,
the guy's like throwing the weights,
bitch.
And I was like, like my whole fucking machine moves and everything. I turn around because like, well, I thought somebody got hurt.
Yeah.
So I turn around, he's like,
oh, dude,
like,
yeah.
smoke is coming out of his ears, and like, I can see the veins through his head.
Bitch.
And they're both like staring at me. So then I was like, so then I kind of got that same vibe where I was like, are you trying to show me that I'm not doing enough?
Dude.
But yeah, he was just being like super loud. Like every time, I don't know if he was like deadlifting or something, but every time he let it go, it was like,
yeah, dude, he's so loud and rowdy.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe that's how they got their bodies by like hella heavy lifting. But I did get a little bit like, because they kept like staring at me the whole time, and I didn't know like why.
They just stare at you.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's like, I don't know. I think
why.
for me, I always get a little bit, I mean, I've talked about this before. I always get a little like, when people stare at me at the gym, because obviously like I got my body done. So I don't know if they're like just wondering like I don't belong, or I don't know if they're just like I can like lift heavier or like whatever
That's
it
how
may
I
be.
feel.
But yeah, I did notice them staring at me, and then I was just like, I wonder if this is the couple that Yoatzi was telling me about, because I remember you telling me that they like always stare.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if it really is just because like they want to compete or they're talking shit. Yeah, right.
No, those are the same vibes I get too. I'm like, are they talking shit about me?
But then I wonder if they like stare at everybody.
They probably do.
Because then I was also thinking, because you know, like I don't know if it was the last episode where I was talking about how like I stare at people like at the gym.
You're like,
For real. No, how like I'll space out or like I like stare at people, but then once I like notice that they look at me, I'm like, oh shit. Like I catch myself.
They don't do that.
That's
they
what I
don't
was gonna
space
say.
out. They literally like just look at you.
Well, I don't know if they're like they don't space out, but they're like the ones where like, okay, so I think I was like maybe a little bit, the guy was a little bit further from where Yoatzi was, a little bit, but we were still pretty close. But like I would look at him, and like instead of, because if it was me and I was staring at somebody and they like catch me, I'd be like, oh shit, like my bad. But like I'd look at them and they'd be like,
yeah, they do that. The guy will like, he'll flex.
Yeah.
Like he'll just flex, and that shit is weird.
and like I try to smile to like maybe if they're like,
They all flip you off like,
no, he was like, and I was like, Oh, it's just so fucking weird at the gym. But I did notice them. But it's why I try to like get out of my head, you guys, because well, one, I know I'm that person where like sometimes I'll accidentally stare and I'm like, oh fuck. And I know I'm not doing it like in a bad way. So that I try to like calm myself down when I'm feeling like someone's judging me, but being like, what if they're spacing out too, you know? But the other day there was like a girl that was like working out there as well. And she's pretty fit también. She kept staring at me. Not staring at me, but she kept glancing at me. And sometimes like I get in my head because I'm like, okay, what if it's because my form is wrong? Or like, what if I'm just like not lifting enough? Or what if it's because like you can tell I got my body done? Or like I just get like in my head. So I was like, I was hella getting in my head about it.
That's how I feel too. But I don't think it's your form because I feel like people aren't necessarily looking at form unless you're exaggeratedly doing it badly. Like if you're swinging your weights or it's like, okay, okay, bitch, that's wrong. But if you're like minor little tweaks, I think you're fine. If anything, they're staring at you because you're probably cute. Like, you look good.
No, I was
like,
going to say,
good.
Well, she was like looking at me and I got a little like in my head because she's pretty fit. And I think especially when somebody's like that's fit is like looking, you get a little like in your head.
Yeah.
And it was towards the end of my workout. And I remember I was like finishing up and we were like kind of working out next to each other. And then she comes up to me and she's like, I just want to say like, I love your videos. And I was like, oh, like the breath of like relief. Because the whole time, I mean, she wasn't looking at me ugly. She wasn't like, it was just like little glances, but obviously I get in my head. So then I think that was kind of like the little, almost like reassurance that I needed in the moment to be like, okay, like I need to stop like freaking myself out and thinking that people are looking at me because of my form or like for a bad reason. Because she came up to me and like with like a big ass smile and she was just like, I just want to say like I love your videos, blah blah. And I was like, oh my god. And I just like tried getting a little convo out of her because the whole time I was just feeling a little like stressed or like overwhelmed, just thinking that I was doing something wrong. So the moment she said something, I was like,
you're like,
yes, like even right now I'm like, but yeah, I feel like I being at the gym, I kind of need to like remind myself that like, you know, if people are either just staring because like they're like me or maybe they just want to say hi or whatever maybe. But I was just like, oh, I need to stop getting in my fucking head because you just never know. But yeah, never judge a book by its cover. Nah, just kidding.
I have a story about the gym.
What?
So there was this girl. What?
This girl? What?
I was gonna say right and walk came out. There was this girl. I was walking. I don't know if you've seen in the corner. There's a little water fountain.
Yes.
By the Stairmaster.
Yeah.
I went to go get water, you guys, and on the way back,
at the pawn shop.
What'd you say?
You've never seen that TikTok?
No. What do you say?
My father got a job at the pawn restaurant.
What the
You don't know that one?
No.
My mother thinks she's Aunt Margaret teasing her head with a bottle of vodka.
What?
You've never seen millennials. Okay, go.
Anyway.
You were walking to the water fountain.
And I was walking back and there was a group of like 3 or 4 girls. And they were just there being cute. And then they all just turn and stare at me. And I was like, and I was like, Regina George.
She's like,
it's all Regina George.
She's like, why don't I know you?
She's like, are you new here? And I was just like, and I just kind of like kept walking, kept minding my own. I even like grabbed my phone and I put the music up to like clear my anxiety. So I was like, why is there a girl just staring at me? So I just put my volume all the way up. And she just kept staring at me like literally no me quitó la vista until I like passed her. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, meh. I like ignored it, let it go. And I was like, it's probably because I had a fat ass. No, I'm kidding. I always tell myself that when somebody stares at me, it's always like, it's probably my fat ass, just to like make myself feel better. I'm like, it's just my fat ass. And then I go to a machine. I can't even remember what fucking machine I was in. Pero ya habían pasado like 10 minutes. And then the same girl comes up to me and I have my headphones on full blast and she waves me down and she's like waving at me like right in front of my face. And I was like, oh, she's going to tell me I'm fucking stupid. I don't know how to work out. Like,
it's like you're doing everything wrong.
Like so many thoughts. She's probably going to be like, you fake ass bitch with that big old BBL. Get out of here.
All walking up to you like, hey.
No, she's just waving me down with like a straight face. And I was like, oh, and I was like give me a second. I like turned on my music and I was like, yes. And then she's like, I just wanted to tell you, I didn't mean to stare at you like that. Like, I promised I wasn't mad dogging you. I just recognized you. Just like that.
She probably noticed your face was like,
yeah. She was like, I wasn't trying to mad dog you or anything. And she was like, I just recognized you. And then I was like, oh, okay. She's like, have a good workout. And I was like, thank you. But I think she realized that I gave like a tense face, like they're staring at me or something stupid. I was probably like I probably got so small. And then I'm glad that she came up to me and she was like, I didn't mean to like look at you weird. I wasn't mad dogging you or anything. I recognized you. And I was like, okay. So like very similar to what you said. I also took a breath and I was like, okay, great. And I was like, back to working out.
That she said that though, because like it does kind of linger around your head throughout your workout.
Yeah.
So it's good that she like probably realized. She's like, oh shit, let me say something.
Yeah, especially because it was a group of girls.
Yeah, she's probably like, get her. Nah, just kidding. No,
yeah, but I feel like gym etiquette is so important.
With etiquette.
I like los modales del gimnasio.
They're all modeling outside.
Like your manners at the gym, gym etiquette. Like I feel like it's like kind to not be fucking throwing your weights and like making an earthquake every time you're done working out, or just like staring at people or like mad dogging people. Or have you seen all those videos on TikTok where people are just rude as fuck to other people at the gym?
Yeah, I've seen those. Those are like scary. I feel like
go on.
Oh, go.
I had that happen to me at Fitness Revolution in Watsonville, California. Oh, the zip code y todo.
For real?
Watsonville, dude. Fitness Revolution?
Yeah.
Is that what it was called?
The one that we would always go to.
Fit Republic?
Fit Republic.
Fit Republic, that one. Where me and Louie, we've told the story about how me and Louie were so shy that we wouldn't work out under the stairs in like a little corner. I went with my girlfriend once. And we had put our stuff at the squat machine. And we were about to like hit up some reps, but then we went to go get weights on like the other side. So we go get our weights. When we come back, some guy is in the squat rack and he's doing his squats. And then my friend was like, hey, our stuff was there. He's like, no, he was so rude. He's like, no, it fucking wasn't. I was fucking here first. And then she was like, what the fuck? And then because she like got fired up real quick because of the attitude. Yeah. And she was like, dude, our stuff is literally here. He's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I already got it. Like, go over there. Go find a different machine. Like,
Roid
just
rage.
like that. Probably, now that I think about it. And me and my friend were like, oh. And I was like, you fucking dick. And then some guy that was next to us heard, like, what happened. And the guy goes up to the other guy and was just like, hey, bro, like, chill. You don't have to talk to them like that. Like, chill, like there's no need for you. He's like, nah, like shut the fuck up, y'all don't know shit. And he just put on his headphones and just did his workout and basically kicked us out of the squat rack.
Bitch.
And me and my friend just got our shit and we were like, great. And my friend, she was so fired up. She's like, this stupid fucking bitch. Like she was so mad. She's like, oh, I want to go punch him. Like my friend too, like se locaba mucho like that. And I was like, you know what, babe, I feel you. And I was like, but it's not worth it. Like, that's what he wants. He wants a reaction out of us. He's probably super amargado, like hates his life. Like, that's why he's here. And I was like, let's just.
That's why he's here.
Yeah, he's like, roar, like getting out his road rage. And I was like, let's just.
Road rage? She's all driving in the gym.
Or what'd you call it?
Roid rage. Like,
his roid rage. He's probably on the
machine.
roid. I was like, just let him be. And my friend was so pissed. And now that I think about it, we probably should have gone to the front desk and told him that he did that, but we didn't.
They put him in bench.
No, it's because people like that sometimes get banned from the gym.
Yeah.
Because they don't like people like that at gyms.
For being like rude and shit.
Yeah. But fuck that guy. So don't ever let nobody talk to you like that. But I'm glad the other guy kind of stood up for us. And the guy was like pretty buff too, like all big and scary. So I feel like he thought he could intimidate us with his buffness. And me and my friend were like, all right, fuck you, bye.
I think some of like my favorite moments that I'll see at the gym will be when you'll see somebody like working out or something, and somebody else goes up to talk to them, like whether it's a friend or something, and you see them like their attitude, like, hey, like just their smile and shit change.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, maybe they are nice. Because like, it's something like I tell myself in my head a lot. And also for anybody who's like trying to like hit the gym and you're just like maybe getting in your head, or you're like scared to like go, or like just because I mean, even for me that I've been going for a while, like I still get these thoughts in my head. I feel like for the most part, nobody's going to look happy at the gym because either one, you're pushing a lot of weight, or two, you're tired as fuck, or three, you're all sweaty. Because I know for a fact I'm not like, like when I'm in there. Same. And also, or you probably are going through some shit. Because for a lot of people, that's like a stress reliever. Because like I do that sometimes.
When you're going through shit, you go to the gym.
Because sometimes like when I'm like going through it, like I'll be there and like I'm obviously not in a good mood. But I try to remind myself, you know, like everybody's here working out. It doesn't mean they're going to be rude or anything. But I'll like see people like when their friends go up to them. Like I'll see like, for example, like a dude working out and their friend goes up to him. And you like see him like, hey.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, everyone's happy inside, all right. But like it's because it is scary, like when you see people in there. I'm like, everyone's mean.
I wish we could all bake a cake and eat it together with butterflies and rainbows.
Bitch.
Where's that from?
From fucking Dumb Girls.
Mean Girls.
I kind of wish I had like the like courage to like talk to people at the gym, because I feel like
scary.
It would make me feel a lot better being there.
He wants to be like, take off your shirt.
Babe, no, I just wish I could like just, I don't know, wave. All creepy.
He's just waving at everyone.
They're like, ban him.
Oh my God. I just remember this señor came up to me too. I'm telling you guys, it's always the viejos. Like,
What?
I've never had a hot guy come up to me and give me a compliment. It's always the viejos. There was this señor. He looked like he was in like his 50s because he wasn't arrugado vibes, pero ya estaba grande. I want to say like his 50s. He came up to me very briefly and I had my headphones down for a second. And he took that second and was like, your face, beautiful. And I was like, okay, I was like, thank you. Like, that was it. But why couldn't a hot guy tell me that?
Babe. At that point, I'll take it from anybody.
I have a question.
What?
Have you ever been hit on at the gym?
Let me think. Not that I could like verify it, but there has been people who will like come up to me to talk to me at the gym.
Oh.
But because like I make videos, I never know if it's somebody who like recognizes me as just trying to be friendly, or somebody who really is just trying to be friendly, or like I do that a lot to myself, where like I think some people will say that I'm ¿cómo se llama? Oblivious to it.
Oblivious. Yeah.
Because I mean, I've been doing social media for such a long time that I feel like I always associate friendliness with somebody who like might know me, or they might have somebody who knows me, or they're just being friendly. But I'll never like connect it to like them being flirty, because I also don't like to assume, especially when it's a guy. I don't like to assume that they're like gay. So I'll just be like, because I've had like a lot of like straight guy friends who I made who like came up to me to like talk. I am all delusional. They're like all hitting on me. Like, you just wanted to hit it. No. So I feel like my head never goes to that. So I'm always like nice. Like I remember I was at this gym and like one of the guys who used to work like at the front desk, I'd always see him. So he'd always be like, hey. And then I turned to like one time he finally came up to me. He was like, oh, what's your TikTok? Like, blah, blah, blah. And like just, so I gave it to him and stuff. But for me, I'm not like, oh, he's hitting on me. I'm just like friendly.
What if he is hitting on you?
I don't know. I never take my head to that. Or like another time, there was this one guy once at a gym, and I remember one time I was like working out, and from a distance I could just see him like that, and then I was like, me? Cause like
me, but I'm ugly.
No, it's because I was just like, I don't know him, so I don't know if he was just like waving to like wave, but he waved, and like I remember I kind of like tried to not make it obvious, but I kind of like looked around. I was like, well, there's nobody next to me, so I just went like this, like
there's no one around.
I just went like this because I don't want to wave in case it wasn't
you
towards me.
You gave him a bro. You're like, hey,
yeah, well, because I don't want to go like this, and if it wasn't towards me, he'd be like, loser, you know. So I just went like this, like just in case it wasn't for me. So I left it at that, and then another time he came in and he also gave me like the what's up, bro, like that, and then I was like, like just really quick. I was like,
the what's up, bro?
The what's up, bro. You put like 4 fingers up. Like, 4 or 3.
It's like,
like
it turns into Adam's like
oh yeah.
So it can't be 2 fingers or one. It has to be 3.
It's like 3 or 4, whatever you're feeling. But and then I remember this other time I was going to the restroom and he was in there, and he just had like a full on conversation with me. He was just like, oh, like, what are you hitting today? And then I was like, back. So we just had
he was like, big back.
No, we just had a full conversation, but like I never knew if like he recognized me or he was just being nice, because he would see me like, I don't know.
No, let me tell you something. I think he was hitting on you.
From
a love doctor perspective. No, I feel like if people recognize you, they're gonna tell you right away.
No, because you have to realize.
Or they try to be low-key about it.
Some people, yeah, I feel like I've came across people who like they'll just be really casual with me. They won't ask me for a picture, but they'll like say hi and stuff. So I kind of just like, oh, like they know me. Or there's people who like, I don't know, they don't necessarily even want a picture. Like they just want to like say hi. Or because you have to realize a lot of people like, you know, who's watching us, they know us. Like they know a lot about us. I feel like, because I've had a lot of people come up to us and be like, dude, I feel like we're besties. Like I know everything about you and stuff. So I'm like, oh, so that's why sometimes I'm like, maybe it's like a little bit more casual for them to just say hi and stuff. Cause
oh my God, that makes sense, Louie. Like we're literally your guys' best friends. You guys, because yeah, we have these conversations with you guys. We literally tell you everything. So you know everything about me. So it's like more
casual. They're just like, hey, like, I don't know.
And I'm like,
babe. Like, get her. No, just kidding.
Where are you?
No, yeah. So I feel like that's why I don't associate it with like they're hitting, unless they like make it obvious and they tell me.
Okay, I see you.
They'll be like, hey, what's up? No, just kidding. Okay. I also want to talk about something bad.
You want to talk about mother.
Something really bad, you guys.
I'm depressed. How did the episode switch up real quick?
Yeah.
Get me out of here.
No, just recently. I feel like my body dysmorphia has been so bad.
I'm with you on that.
Like horrible.
I'm with you on that. Oh, dance.
And it sucks because I feel like I don't know what way to like go, because there'll be times where like it's so bad we're like, I don't even want to fucking go to the gym because I feel like there's no progress being made.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, but if I don't go to the gym, there's even less progress being made. And then I already like feel like shit. So like I'll be there and I'll just have like a really bad workout.
Yeah.
But it's starting to happen to me where like maybe I'm understanding like the gym brain.
Tell me, because I think I'm getting the gym brain too. So tell me.
So I've talked about this before, where there'll be like a lot of people who are like really fit, but they'll look at themselves and they'll be like, no, dude, like I'm in the worst physique I've been. But like to my POV, I'm like, dude, you look literally amazing. Like if I look like you, I'd be doing backflips every single day shirtless. But I think I'm like getting in that same headspace where like, I'm not saying I look amazing, but I have looked worse.
Yeah.
But in my head,
bitch, I was like, yeah.
I know, you're like retweet. You're like, definitely. I'm like, dang.
I didn't mean it like that, but I was like, yeah.
I'm like, never mind.
I'm done.
No, but in my head, it's just not enough. Like, not that it's not enough. I just like feel like shit. And sometimes it doesn't go away until like I'm at the gym. Like I'll be at the gym and I'll be like, okay, like, wait, I feel better. Like maybe I don't look so bad. But like I'll be at home and I'm like, oh my God, I feel horrible. I've made no progress. I look exactly the same. Like, blah, blah, blah. But then I'll be at the gym and maybe what makes me feel better is the fact that like I've gone up in weight with a lot of workouts. I'm like, well, I mean, muscle has to be growing if I'm going up a lot, but I just can't see it. So then I'm just like, it's just the whole horrible moment. Like I have no good relationship with what is it called? The gym? No. The where you weigh yourself.
The scale.
I cannot get myself to look at a scale right now.
I feel I'm the same way. I haven't looked at a scale. I don't want to look at a scale right now. But I follow a lot of gym girlies, and they basically all say the same thing, how body dysmorphia gets so much worse when you get to the gym. I hope this doesn't scare you guys away from going to the gym, because I definitely feel like my life has changed for the better health-wise.
Yeah, for sure.
And I see a lot of benefits already. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I've only been taking the gym seriously for almost a year, because I started taking it seriously in October of last year. So I'm barely going to hit a year of like seriousness, where I'm like very, very consistent. But even my trainer, shout out to Joelle.
And Juju on that beat.
I tell her about my body dysmorphia and I'm like, dude, it's so bad. Like nobody told me that when I was going to start hitting the gym consistently, I was going to have the worst body dysmorphia of my life. And she literally dead ass looked at me in the eye and she's like, it gets worse. And I was like, really? She's like, yeah, dude, like it gets so much worse. And like your body starts changing. You look better. You start feeling better. But when you look at yourself in the mirror, you just like can't stand to look at yourself sometimes. Mm-hmm. But I feel like mentally, I don't know how to explain it. It's just so hard. Like, I don't like to look at myself in the mirror. And sometimes I'll be so fucking bloated. Oh my God. And for girls, it's worse. I don't know if you knew that.
Why?
But girls have a cycle because of our menstrual. It's like a cycle that we go through. And when we are like getting close to our period, and when we are in our period, we literally bloat. Like we're like balloons. And even though we work out, we'll look at ourselves. I'm like, great. So all the progress I made gone. But then after our period, we will be like the slimmest we will ever be.
Yeah, I can't imagine for you girls, like there's times where you're like, I'm on my month. And I'm like, oh, I can't imagine like going to go work out and like going through that.
It's awful. Like I don't like making it an excuse, but when I'm on my period, I still force myself to go. But let me tell you that it's some of the worst workouts because I'm cramping, I'm in pain, I'm bleeding out a river. Like, it's awful.
Like, this is what Alex said.
A ver.
So put it as your yearbook quote.
We need to bring Alex back in the pod.
It says, there's a saying about the gym. He
He
like even put it like in like cursive. It says, the day you start lifting is the day you become forever small.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you all shrink. It says, or in other words, you'll never be where you want to be because you'll always strive to be better. Alex Jarrett. No, actually, there's something that Alex said to me once.
He's like, can I put it in?
Ew, bitch. That actually stay. Okay, I don't remember exactly how it goes, but it stays in my head for every time I don't want to go to the gym. It's basically something like, no, fuck. How does it go? Maybe you can correct me. It's something about like, so when I don't want to go to the gym, pushing myself to go because one little step forward is better than like one little step back. Do you know what I mean?
Then 1,000 steps back.
No.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't know how to say it, you guys. Just fucking go. Just kidding.
Get your lazy ass up and go.
No, it's just, it's, okay, so we were in Hawaii, and coincidentally, there was a lot of really fit people. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, there was.
Like, a lot. And I was just like, I was getting in my head a lot because I know, so pictures is probably like the best thing to get you out of like your brain fog of progress or not. So a lot of times where I'm feeling like complete shit and I feel like I look exactly the same, I'll go back to old pictures and I'm like, no, like I definitely have made progress. Like that's like the best proof. A picture of yourself is probably like the best thing to like get you out of like that little stuck moment that you're in. But I remember we were at the gym. We were at Hawaii and there was a lot of like really fit people, like shirtless everywhere. And I was
even
just
girls, just titties out.
Bitch,
I'm
no.
just kidding.
But I was like, as they should, like, you know, you work hard for your progress, like as you should, show it off, you know? But I kept getting in my head and I was like, fuck, like I've been going to the gym for a while. And I'm not saying I look like horrible, but I don't look like where I would want to be at. So I was just kind of like, and then I've talked about this before a lot where like I don't like when people take pictures of me in public, especially when, because let me just tell you guys right now, even if you think I don't notice, I notice.
Yes,
I always catch when people are like taking pictures of me, even if they think it's like being low key. Like I feel like I always
Louie
catch
has
it.
such a good eye for that. He's like,
Like they're taking pictures of me.
Yeah.
Like I have like a fucking eagle's eye, or
no,
I can catch it. But there was like this one lady that was taking pictures of me while I was in the water, and like,
it's in Hawaii.
It's like uncomfortable because I mean,
I
just like I have my shirt off and shit, which I get it. Like I'm in a public place, people are gonna see me shirtless, and if I come out in the back of someone's picture looking like fucking Sasquatch, like whatever. But when you're like directly like taking pictures of me, it is really uncomfortable because no matter what, even if I'm online or not online, like I don't think anybody wants a caught off guard picture of themselves.
Yeah.
Anywhere, whether you're eating, standing up, walking away, like whatever it may be, nobody wants a caught off picture of themselves. Even if your friend is taking a fucking picture of you and you're caught off guard while you're eating, like I'm sure you're not gonna be like, oh my god, cute. You're gonna be like, bitch,
delete that.
Yeah, but so I noticed like this lady was taking a picture of me. I was in the water and I could see her from like outside, like far, and I was like, oh, she's taking a picture of me. Like I could just tell. And I instantly got in my head and I was like, ugh, because I knew like, I mean, I don't feel at my best. And I also just thinking that like I'm almost like I'm like shirtless and like in my little like swim stuff. So then I was like, oh, like what if I like look fucking horrible in those pictures too? But I was just a little uncomfortable, and like I could tell she was taking pictures of me for like a long ass time.
Really?
So I kind of just turned my back to it so that I wouldn't like be looking. But eventually, like we're all like still playing in the water, and like she comes down into like the beach, and she's like, "Oh my god, can I get a picture?" Blah blah. So like obviously I was like, "Yeah, of course." Like I said yes, but in the back of my head I was like, "Oh, so she was taking pictures of me." So like it kind of just made it be like, "Fuck!" Like I knew it, but like I wanted like that slight chance of like she wasn't.
It just confirmed it.
Yeah. So then I took a picture with her, but then at the end, she was like, "Oh, like I noticed you," and I was just like, "Oh my god!" Like I guess she told her daughter or something like, "Oh my god, look at that guy! Like his body looks amazing." And she's like, and then that's when I realized it was you. And then I was like, "Oh really?" And she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "You look amazing, blah blah." I was like, "Oh, thank you so much."
Aww.
So it kind of made me feel better. Oh my god, dude, look, I have anxiety right now.
Oh, Louie.
I just don't like it. All right, I'm like, don't do it. All right. But it made me feel good, but bad. Bad because I was like, oh, somebody's taking pictures of me like out in public, and I don't know what I look like. But then I felt good because I was just like, in my head, I mean, regardless, please don't take pictures of me when I'm like caught off guard.
Yes.
But it made me feel good that I was like, okay, I'm in my head and I feel like shit, and I didn't want nobody to be taking pictures of me and stuff. I was like, but to think that in her head, she was like, oh, he looks really good. Mm-hmm. But I was thinking I looked like fucking
she was like
horrible.
inspo pic.
No, but like, it did make me feel better that she said that, because like in my head I was bashing myself the whole time that I saw her taking pictures. I was like, oh, he's taking pictures of me, like I'm gonna look like shit, I'm gonna look horrible, like what if it's like overhead lighting, and I look all right. It was like all these things going in my head.
The sun is at 90 degrees, it should be at 180.
I know, literally I'm like, I should have like front facing light. No, but I really was just like, fuck, like what am I gonna look like in those pictures? But to think that she said like she noticed me because I guess I quote unquote had a really good body, it made me feel good because I was like, oh, okay, like here I am, like bashing myself.
Good funny.
No, I don't.
You
I
do.
hate it.
I feel like we've said this so many times, but we're our worst critics. And like I try to hype you up whenever I can. Like I'll be like, Louie, like your back muscles, or like I know, literally, I'll be like, dude, your back. He's like, shut the fuck up. There's nothing there.
I'm like, shut up.
Or I'll be like, your shoulders, like your. Oh, the other day, me and Alex told you that
oh, my trap.
Your traps are huge.
I was like,
and he was like, so no neck.
I was gonna say it's all because I'm horrible.
No, but you can definitely start to see little by little changes. And also, I just found out, and something that made me feel a little better. Wow. There was this girl that posted her progress. He's like, I'm fucking over this shit.
No way.
She posted her progress, and she looked like me. No, like she just looked. How do I say this? She just looked. I don't know. Like, not buff. Okay. Just like normal. Like she's about to start at the gym vibes.
Like start progress.
And then now she's like fucking buff gym mommy. Like she looks amazing. And I was like, oh, and I was like, that is my dream bod. So I was like, I wonder if she says how long it took her to get there. So I start reading the comments, and somebody was like, but like, please be honest, how long did it take you to get here? And she said 3 years. So then I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, we're barely going into year one. We're not even year one. And I was like, so if we keep taking this serious and we eat better and we just prioritize our health, I was like, we're like 2 years closer, you know? Then like if you don't start, you're like completely fucking far away. Yeah. But like when you start, just know that you're getting closer to your goal, even though like right now we're in that rough spot where it's like, I don't see shit. I feel like shit. We're getting way closer than when we were in the couch eating fucking hot Cheetos.
Yeah, literally. That's like the best way to put it. It's like you're one step closer to it. And I know we've done a lot of like fucking episodes, you guys, talking about like gym and shit. So sorry, but I feel like I try to put it out there because I see it a lot in my like replies, whether it's on Instagram or like Snapchat. And I see a lot of people just being like, I like seeing you post, because I don't really post sometimes. I post like my pictures, but I don't really post myself at the gym. Yeah. But there's a lot of people who say like they like it, or like they ask me like how I found a gym that I'm comfortable in, like all these things. So I feel like I know I'm not like in the best physique, so I'm not saying to like copy my workouts, but I'm saying like I hope that these conversations help, because I know for a lot of people the gym is like a really scary place. So I feel like if these conversations can help anybody to just be like, fuck it, I'm gonna go. I feel like I like to talk about these things to hopefully comfort people and to letting them know that like those thoughts that might be going in your head are not just going through yours, probably going through everybody's.
Yes.
Because I mean, thanks to y'all, but a lot of times like I'll post pictures on Instagram and a lot of y'all will hype me up and stuff. And I I appreciate it, but then people will be like, oh my God, you look amazing, blah, blah. So I'm like, I wonder if like somebody who's looking at my pictures or something thinks that like I'm like perfectly fine in my head, you know? Because I'm like somebody who maybe hasn't started the gym or is having like not such a comfortable relationship with the gym. I want y'all to know that these thoughts go probably through everybody's head.
Through everyone's head. Even like the most buffest of people, they still have those thoughts.
Yeah, like
unfortunately.
Yeah, like for example, like my hombre, he's pretty buff, but like sometimes it comforts me when like I go work out with him because he'll be like mad at himself because he's like not lifting as much as possible or whatever. Aww. And I'm like, I just want you to know that if I look like you, I would be naked every day. But yeah, I feel like these thoughts go through everybody's head, and I hope this helps in one way, shape, or form.
I'm going to take a few steps motherfucking back because I had forgotten, but I remembered.
What?
We're going to go back to Hebei.
Okay.
And I wanted to share a story with you guys that happened to us. And I know Louie saw because I told her. There was, I'm telling you, son los pinches viejos cola verdes. There was this don.
Wait, which one are you talking about?
Don.
But there was two.
There was two. Oh, okay, there's two dones. These are good stories.
Ew.
The first don.
Which one?
The one where we went paddleboarding.
Okay.
We were paddleboarding. Y un pinche viejo. It was me, Louie, and Andrea. And we're cute. So we're on the little paddleboard, and all three of us were on it. And we were just like, wee! You guys have to see our vlogs. They're fucking hilarious. But we were on there, and this pinche señor se quiso hacer muy like, ¿cómo se dice? Discreto. And supposedly él recording the ocean. But man, he basically had it full zoomed into our cucas, I bet. He literally was recording us, and it made us so uncomfortable. And the only reason I realized that he was recording us was because his daughters were like on the left side, and we were like the only people in like the middle,
right in front
of him. And he was recording his daughters, and then he just like went to us, just recording us, and like his eyes were just directly staring at us. And I told him, and I was like, you guys, and I was like, that viejo's recording us.
But because it was on the paddleboard, it was Yoatzi in front, Andrea, and then me in the back. And they had their legs open on the paddleboard.
Yes.
And then so did Andrea. And then Yoatzi was like, wait, I think that guy's recording us. And the moment like we looked up and Yoatzi closed her legs, he like puts his phone down.
Yeah.
So then that's what gave it away to me, because I didn't really notice him at the beginning. But the moment Yoatzi was like, so she tells me, and I peek my head, and then he goes, Ju.
And I feel like I'm so good at catching fucking creepos like that whenever they're like taking pictures of us, and it makes me feel so uncomfortable. And for the paddleboard, you have to have your legs open like that because it balances. So if you close your legs, we're gonna like flip. And then when we like open our legs back up, this sounds so wrong, but to like balance ourselves, otra vez, pinche pendejo, he's all recording the ocean, supposedly él, but bitch, she was all staring right at us again, and it made us literally so fucking uncomfortable. I hate when viejos record us, but I don't have the balls to be like, delete that shit.
Because in the back of your head, you're always like, unless we like know for certain, then we will say some shit. But sometimes we're just like, okay, what if it really was just the ocean or something, you know? So I feel like that's why I won't say something sometimes, unless I know for a fact that I'm like, oh, bitch.
But I feel like I know que hombres son puercos. So I always go
I feel
to
like
that.
For you as like girls, you girls have your guards up and you can kind of catch it.
Yeah, I always like when I see something weird like that, or like I see a guy. It's better to be safe than sorry. Yeah, I'm like, that guy. You know what I do so often? When I see a guy like next to me and I'm like dressed all cute or I don't know, something, and I'm like, the moment I walk this way, he's gonna stare at my ass. So I'll try to put something on my back. Like I'll put my purse on my butt, or if I'm holding a sweater, I'll put the sweater on my butt, because I'm like, no, just pendejo. To be safe. I'm like, you're not gonna look at my ass today. I was like, I know you want to, but you're not gonna see it today, puto.
Talk about the other viejillo.
This one was fucking gross.
Well, to start off, we were chilling on the beach, and there's this like viejillo. When I say viejillo, I mean like, yeah, viejillo. Like todo,
in his 80s.
Yeah, like ya estaba bien wrinkly, full white hair, like could barely walk.
So at first, what I see, I just see a viejillo looking like Jack Skellington, standing just in the shore.
No, but before we get into that, he was drinking.
Yes, that's what I was.
Oh, okay.
I know you
go. Okay, so he was basically just next to us, like literally right next to my mom, and my mom noticed that he was like drinking. He had like those little mini like shooters, and he drank like fucking 3 or 4.
My mom said that he just kept like downing them.
So we just thought he was like a little viejillo, just trying to relax, like bien borrachín. That was it.
And he just kept like taking his little shots or whatever. Y luego I just turned to the side and I see a viejillo, I'm telling you guys, un pinche flaco ahí parado. No shirt, just wearing some loose ass motherfucking booty shorts.
Yes, little ass shorts.
Tiny, like those are Ella's. They were tiny. And he's just sitting there, or standing there, sorry, talking to himself. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
He was like, blah, blah, blah,
Pues ya
blah,
está bien
blah.
borracho, güey.
Dude, yeah, he was just talking to himself. And I was like, okay. And me and Andrea are there. And then he keeps like talking, getting louder. So I turned to the side. Bitch, I turned at the worst time ever. The wind picked up. So it started like lifting his shorts from the front, like just completely open. His pinche pirrín all the way out. Like I saw head y todo. I saw his entire pirrín. Like everything is all little. And I was tiny and I was like, ah! And I was like, oh my God. Hey, también the way that he was standing, he was like pushing his pirrín out almost. Like he was all slouched and shit. And Andrea was right next to me. So I start cracking up. And I was like, Nea. And she was like, what? And I was like, I just saw that guy's pirrín. I was like, I saw everything. And she was like, bitch, shut the fuck up. I was like, I promise. And she's like, ooh. And I was like, that guy right there. She turns, she's like, wait, I just saw his nuts. And me and Andrea were just cringing so hard. And we were like, we need to tell Louie.
So when they tell me, I thought they were like echándole hella crema to their talk. That's exactly what Yoatzi told me. She's like, I just saw the whole pirrín and skin and everything. And then I was like, so I thought like, because his shorts were white. Yeah. So I was like, oh, maybe like he just got them wet and she could see it through like the shorts. But the moment that I was like, ¿Cuál pinche viejillo? I look and the fucking wind did its Rosa de Guadalupe moment. And I was like, bitch, I literally saw it. Like, full shebang, like might as well no fucking shorts. Like I saw the full thing, the shape, the size, what color it was, and I was like,
everything. You know what though? I just realized I thought viejitos were gonna have wrinkly dicks.
Ay, hasta le vistes.
I could see everything.
Fuck you.
It definitely wasn't wrinkled. It just like I guess the dick doesn't age or something.
He moisturizes it every day.
No, I really thought it was gonna be hella wrinkly. Like like in my head, I've never seen an old man penis. So I literally thought, I was like, this viejito. Well, not me just casually being like, does he have a wrinkly?
I know.
But my first assumption is old man, wrinkly dick. But when I saw it, that shit wasn't wrinkly. It was all fucking brand new and shit. But I was like, I still did not want to say it. All pink.
Ew, fuck you. Puerca, huerquilla.
Ew.
But, fuck, what was I going to say?
I can just picture him right now being like,
ew. It just kind of like grossed me out because, well, obviously nobody wants to see it. But it was also like, dude, it's like the touristy, most popular beach in Hawaii that I was like, dude, there's so many kids here. Like,
yes.
But I don't know. Somebody else had to have seen it, but I was just like, if anybody else would have seen it, like with kids or something, could just been like, hey, there's this naked dude here or something. Yeah. But like nobody would bien a gusto. He wasn't like, I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, but he wasn't even like checking people out or nothing. Nope. He was just like in his own world. But I was like,
drunk,
does
sunbathing.
he know, or like does he want it to be out?
I feel like he probably didn't know because he was so drunk and out of his mind that he was just like sunbathing. And then
but his pinche shorts.
Or maybe he did it on purpose with the booty shorts.
It's because one thing I've said, I was just like, I feel like back then, like back in his age, like the 1700s, I feel like it was a little bit more casual
to be naked.
Yeah, because even I don't know if you've noticed, like in a lot of old movies, when there's like locker room scenes or everything, there's a lot like they're always naked.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, oh my God, even in the original movie of was it Carrie in the girls' locker room?
Yes.
It's like it's not like it was just super like you see the full girls like naked down there and up there, and like even for guys in like old movies, really old movies, like it's really like casual.
Maybe
so
it was more normalized to be naked back then.
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like maybe back then it was more. So maybe for him, he's just like, yeah, you might be able to see it, but like, what's wrong? I don't know. Like he still had his shorts on. It's like he was naked. Yeah, like, or I don't know. But
I can't look. I mean, I can't just not look, bitch. Just staring right at me.
Oh wait, you know what I just remembered? There's this other gym that I've been to. Not here in town. Gym. No, it's this other gym, but a lot of like viejitos work out there. Like 90% of the population in that gym is viejitos. Like viejitos, and they walk around the gym like naked, like full naked, like
The
nalgas
gym
out
or
and
the
everything.
locker room?
Oh wait!
Oh my god!
No, not the gym.
Doing squats all naked. I was like, what gym are you going to, Louie? What the fuck?
The locker room. I'm sorry.
Oh my god!
But I mean, to make it fair, like there's like a little jacuzzi in like the gym in the locker room. So I don't know if that's when there's also showers and stuff. But the first time I went there, full on was like tripping out. I was like, but it's none of like the few people that are like my age that like go there. They're like with their towels y todos bien cubiertos. But like it's all the viejitos. And at first I was just like, are they hornies? But then I remembered like, I was like, maybe back then it was a little bit more casual.
Or maybe they just literally don't give a fuck
Or
anymore.
that, yeah, maybe they're already at the age where they're like, meh.
Yeah.
But literally everywhere I look, it's just like viejito nachas everywhere. And I'm like,
no,
it grosses me
yeah,
out.
that's pretty gross.
But then I tried to just like let it go because I'm like,
Ignore it.
it's just a body.
Like,
I do it.
I use spank on that.
Yeah. I'm like, good job. He's like, ah.
He does it back to you. He's like, oh goddamn, it's fucking hard.
Ew. I start walking around naked.
Ew, please don't ever.
But yeah, this episode was all over the place, you guys. But
It was. I hope you enjoyed it though.
hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some inspo. I hope you cringed.
Some
I hope you got grossed
inspo.
out. I hope you go eat chalk. Or whatever you got
Whatever
out
your
of
heart
this
desires.
episode. But once again, thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of Pretty Not Smart.
And I gotta go now because I have to go to court.
She does. She got sued by me. I'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.